Thanks for watching. So normally when I have a client reach out to me, it's because they're actually trying to compete with a national or franchise company in their area. However, when we were in this market, we uncovered a few things that I wanted to at least reach out and even if you don't need a service like ours, at the very least, maybe show you what we uncovered and some things that you can employ with your own marketing team to try to fill some of the gaps that we normally find. So I normally advise my clients that there's really no way to compete with the strength and the trust of a national website. They just don't have the budget for it. However, the weak points are the actual individual pages for the locations. Those are definitely areas where we can make up some ground and actually outrank them in Google search results. So I wanted to show you exactly how we go about doing that. So maybe you can, like I said, fill some of the gaps and get some more of the market share in certain areas, whether it's this one in particular or employ the same tactics nationwide. So what I wanted to do here is I just took I know you guys do Seminole County, so I just took Sanford and take a look at the few top organic listings here. And what I found first of all is Precision Door. They have two sites that are ranking first and fourth, and it seems like they're using a lead gen site just for this specific location, and then they have their actual site with a location page as well, which is an interesting tactic. I don't know why they would pay to have two sites ranking when they would just put more power into the one, but regardless. And then we have another national company in here as well with the same thing with just a location page. So what I normally do to showcase exactly how to go about this with some of my clients is I put them all, including your website, into this tool that I use called Hrefs, and it basically shows me all the information that Google finds on the site and then how it ranks its strength and trust. So this is what I'm talking about. The trust in the actual domain is impossible for a small company to compete with. But we don't have to compete with the entire domain. We just have to compete with the one back page. So for instance, the authority that's being built by these, I'm sure these are not unfamiliar terms from you, but referring domains, creating a backlink, you probably have thousands of these on your main page, but there's only so many on each individual location page. And that's the same thing that goes for a lot of these other companies. For instance, so this is why apparently Precision Door built their own lead gen site because they put a lot of power into that, or somebody did, but their actual location page site off their main page has literally no authority built to it at all. And then the same thing for the A1 Garage Doors, very little authority, tons of trust and authority in their main website, almost nothing in their location page. And this is what I'm talking about. This is how we can easily compete with local businesses to get ahead of the rankings here because we can build more authority than just this one location page and not have to worry about all the power that's being transferred from the main site. So what I advise my clients is I'll take a look at, whoever the top one is, seems to be this lead gen, and I'll advise them, okay, we need to get a lot more referring domains or websites to create some backlinks to them so we can create that authority in their website and then it can start outranking it. And we'll also take a look at some of the keywords. That's usually also a problem for a lot of the sites is they don't really seem to concentrate too much on buyer intent keywords on the location pages. They'll just kind of throw a few in there. So we got Seminole County in here. But what I'll do is I'll go into whoever is the top ranking one. He's got a lot in here, but let me just take a peek and see what he's got. And I'll pick through this list of all the keywords based on the highest volume. And then we can make sure that these all are being included on the client's website to start ranking and make sure that once they are ranked in the first position, they can be seeing this kind of traffic to the site. And then we'll go through them and find ones that are basically really easy to pick off that have a low keyword difficulty. We'll start with those, slowly build some authority in the site, and then we can start attacking the higher difficulty ones based on how much volume, all relative to the areas you want to serve and the services you want to offer to make sure that these keywords are relevant to their services in these areas. So then I come back to the website and I show them, exactly what's going on in their competitors, how much content they have on the competitor's website. Then we just make sure, Google, usually we recommend people having at least 1,500 words of content on there. This site is actually pretty well built as far as a lead gen with the amount of content on it, because normally what we see is there just isn't a whole lot of content on these pages. So for instance, if we take a look at yours, it does get to the point. It says all the information that a customer would need, the services that you offer, things like that. But as far as Google is concerned, when it sees this little content on the page, it assumes that somebody else with a lot more content, 2 or 3 times as much, obviously must be more of an expert. Not to mention, they're allowed to input more keywords based on the content, because we recommend a metric of 1 keyword for every 150 words of text. So if we want to be able to be found and ranked for multiple of these keywords that are high ranking, we need to have enough content to support them. Now, the Google Business Profile is obviously going to be a lot tougher for a franchise company unless they have a physical location in each area. We can try and rank that as well. But as far as the organic search results, this is definitely an area where you guys can make up a lot of ground, and get some organic traffic in all the different areas that you have by implementing the same strategies of making sure the page is optimized with enough content to support the proper keywords, by doing some keyword research. And then really it comes down to building that authority by backlinking more than any other website or more than any other company in that area. Same thing, doing a little bit of research to see who is ranking the highest and what they're doing. We have a team that's dedicated basically just to building these links. We go in and see who is linking to them, get the same authority and same websites of the similar power, obviously relative to your industry. And then we make sure that we have more authority built and more trust for that individual service page. And then that can, like I said, it won't be able to compete with your main page, because I'll take a look at that and we can see that this is going to be extremely powerful, and there's no way that a local company is going to have the budget to be able to contend with that. Yeah, there we go. Almost 11,500 backlinks for the entire domain, but for the individual site, we're talking hundreds. So that's definitely something that they can compete with. So, as I said, these are just some things that we find as we go through a lot of these franchise sites, and we try to help some small businesses and local businesses compete with that if they so desire. But I figured I would at least bring it to your attention. If there's anything you guys want to go into further detail, like I said, most of these tactics you can employ with your own team. But if you do have anything you want to reach out to us for, and see if there's things that we can help you in different service areas. I mean, we are national, so we can basically help rank any website anywhere. So please feel free to reach out, and I appreciate your time.